Hi guys, this is John Adamson, the Rehab Documentation Guru, and today we're going to look at an analysis statement from some documentation. We're going to talk about whether or not this is actually an appropriate analysis and is it consistent with clinical findings. So this is the entirety of the analysis statement. This is an occupational therapy analysis statement, and it says this: due to increased strength, standing tolerance, and endurance, patient has shown increased independence with all ADLs. So now let's look at whether or not the objective measurements taken fulfill the necessary criteria to prove that this analysis statement is true. So the first goal that related roughly to this statement was this goal: increase standing activity tolerance to 8 minutes. Now, I have another video that discusses the fact that activity tolerance means absolutely nothing. And therefore, this is not a good goal, and it really has no place on the plan of care. Just because the patient stood 4 minutes on the last note and 6 minutes today could mean the patient just got bored and decided to sit down, and that was all they wanted to do last time, and now they're just standing a little longer because they're more engaged. We have no idea whatsoever what the underlying impairment preventing the patient from standing that long is. And so this as a goal means nothing. And the next question is, does the patient really need to get to 8 minutes to do any given activity for standing? In fact, most ADLs, well, quite a few, can be modified to a sitting position. In fact, there are people who are paraplegics who are completely independent in their daily life from a wheelchair level. So this means nothing. Now, does it reflect on the analysis? Well, yeah, it does because it's a true statement, but there's nothing substantial backing it up, and it's not really analytical because we don't have the comparison of the underlying impairment. Now, if we look at the strength goal, the strength was 4+ out of 5 or greater is the goal. And in another video, I talk about the fact that muscle weakness, generally 4 out of 5 or greater, is considered functional. So this is going beyond what's probably needed for basic ADLs. The patient's already 3+. One could argue that there's a fairly good amount of ADLs the patient could accomplish with that kind of strength, and now that they're 4-, well, they probably could do more. Now, the patient's increased strength, that is true. Is it contributing to all their ADLs? Well, we don't know based on the goals provided. And without that objective clarification, we cannot see it, the correlation between strength and ADL performance. So this is not a proper analysis of this goal. How about this one? Wheelchair mobility was 200 feet, today is 200 feet. And I'm guessing they're partly basing the endurance statement off activity tolerance, which again means nothing. But this is standing, but it's not really correlated with any function. This is an actual function, pushing 200 feet. Now, it's not telling us why they need to go 200 feet, what's the purpose of it. So it's not really truly functional completely, but this is a function. And what appears to be going on is that endurance, whatever's going on here, is not really improved. They're still only going the same distance. We don't know why they can't go more than 200 feet, and therefore this completely fails as a proper analysis. It might be consistent somewhat with what the goals are and the measurements to some extent, but we're missing a huge piece of the pie. And if you've been to my course on a documentation bootcamp course, you know that what the elements of an analysis are. And I might do another video on just a proper analysis statement. So anyway, this completely fails, and at some point I'll do a video on a proper analysis. Anyway, this has been John Adamson, the Rehab Documentation Guru. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. That'll help me get more attention from YouTube and hopefully eventually get some ad money, which would be very helpful to offset my time in putting together these videos. Also, please feel free to leave a question or comment in the descriptions, in the comment section, which I'll be happy to build off of with another video. And anyway, that's it. I appreciate your time. Have a great day.